Internet, thanks for joining me today on the channel. Let's do the Sunday New York Times crossword puzzle. This one posted on August 3rd, 2025. The constructor is Jeremy Newton. The editor is Will Shorts. I'm John Appleseed and your host here on the channel. The title of today's puzzle is Heavenly Voices. And I see some circles and some gray squares up here. Heavenly Voices. We'll have to figure out what that means and what the circles and the gray squares mean. One across is final act of a play. Not sure. There's a question mark indicating some kind of joke. One down, some farm sounds. Could be moos or lots of different things. 15 across is working without blank, maybe working without a net. 21 across, like used barbecue pits. Ashy. Farm sound could be baz. Yeah, I like an A there. A barbecue pit would have ashes in it after you use it. 16 down, slip of the pen is a typo. My personal albatross that I have to deal with every day when typing these answers into the grid. 25 across, something clicked to add an attachment. You click the paperclip in many programs. So I like baz or maz for sheep or goat sounds that might be heard on a farm. You click a staple to add an attachment to a hard copy document. You click a stapler. Yeah. Okay, so one across, it begins with a B or an M. Final act of a play. I'm not getting that. Two down, camped nearby and surveilling in police jargon. That would be a stakeout, right? I'm on stakeout. That fits. And three down, our window is closing for escape velocity, as circled letters might say. Mr. Chekhov comes to mind. It's kind of a space-related phrase, and Mr. Chekhov from Star Trek had that kind of Russian accent where he put in W's for V's. I remember in the film him asking, "Where are the nuclear vessels?" Let's figure out what's going on there. Four down, hardly spicy, tame. Five down, next in line would be the heir to the throne or whatever you're talking about. Six down, goddess of daybreak. That is Eos. 14 across, iconic sci-fi setting spelled out in this puzzle's shaded squares. Okay, so more sci-fi theme. Is it the Enterprise? 7 down is fill in. No, 17 across, seemingly forever. Eons can be spelled with an AE beginning. 18 down, tantalizing. No, 23 down, sound of a wardrobe malfunction. Could be a rip. 31 across, digital investment choices, informally. Is that crypto? Cryptos? Could be. 27 across, take up space, exist, and then the tantalizing could be sexy for 18 down. Let me get back over here. Put in sexy for enticing, put in exist for taking up space, fill in, enter, like I'm entering these letters into the squares. 22 across, member of this puzzle's shaded squares, who might say, "I kind of changed the laws of physics, Captain. I'm giving it she's all she's got. I can give you a word factor 8, but no more." That's Mr. Scott, as I do my terrible Scottish accent. 19 down, a low, yo. Something to attract attention, but spoken low might be psst. Some spa jobs, pedicures, petties. Okay, so I like the Enterprise for the gray squares. The Enterprise, the starship from Star Trek on a 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds and so forth. 8 down, direct opposite of verso. Found hidden in this clue. Well, recto and verso are the sides of a page in a manuscript, the left and right hand page. The opposite is found hidden in this clue. Recto is found there, the last 4 letters of direct and the first letter of opposite. Okay, yeah, that's what's going on there. 9 down, it's a promise, I do. 10 down, enemy of the Jedi or the Sith. And 11 down, by Juan's early light. So Juan suggests a Spanish language answer to me. I don't know what that is, though. Esta means this, or he is, I don't know. 28 across, kind of protagonist in Lethal Weapon or Die Hard. A heavy can be a protagonist? I don't know. 29 down, speaks roughly, rasps. 20 down, trampled on, trod on. OD, 33 across, not much, as of wasabi. You might add a dab of wasabi. 12 across, reckon so. No, 20 across, manner of speaking. I'm not sure about that. Could it be tact to speak in a well-mannered way? 24 across, like being late or cutting in line. Both of those are rude. Kind of protagonist in Lethal Weapon or Die Hard. I don't know what is going on with 11 down. Manner of speaking. 12 across. Anytime. I'm a doctor, not a do-nothing. Is that Dr. McCoy? So what was the first one I was looking at about circle letters? Chekhov might be in the circle letters. Our window is closing. 30 across is swear. That could be a vow or aver. 26 down, euphemistic expression of commitment. I don't like an LW beginning there. 35 across. Now that we're all here, please proceed. No, 44 across. DMV issued card, authenticated by airport security, would be a real ID. 36 down. Logic dictates that you control your emotions. That would be a Mr. Spock saying. So I'm pretty confident we've got a Star Trek theme going on. We have the Enterprise in shaded squares of these themed answers. They seem to be things that characters might say from the original series. Some of them Chekhov indicated by the circle letters, and then others indicated by another answer later in the puzzle. This one is also 50, circle letters. I'm not sure what is going on. Then I'm confused by this. All right, so I'm not quite getting it. And I think stapler looks right. It fits with typo, tame, and air. What is a euphemistic expression of commitment? — 34 across, narrowly get by. Could be to eke by. 43 across, got acquainted, met. I was serenely independent and content before we met. Surely I could always be that way again, and yet. 50 across, employee status, meaning I'm currently away. That's out of office, I think. 54 across, crisscross #1 hit with the lyric, how high? Real high, 'cause I'm just so fly. Crisscross, that's probably not Christopher Cross, who did Sailing. Sailing, sailing away. 34 down, reaction to a social media post, maybe. An emoji might be used to react to that. Okay, so I think this is a different song. I don't know what it is. 59 across, type that tends to be right-leaning. A typeface that leans to the right would be italics. I think that is what that is. 55 down, tough spot. 65 across, drug busting unit. I was going to say DEA. How do we make that in 4 letters? Narcs also would not fit. 60 down, textures, sweet, sentiment. I love you? I don't know. 55 down, tough spot. 68 across is something hit to get fit. You hit the gym to get fit? GYM. ILY, does that mean I love you in text speak? Probably. 75 across, seeing romantically. No, 81 across, Beethoven's number 8. No, the 9th Symphony. The 8th? Is that the Eroica? Or is this the 8th letter in Beethoven? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 would be E. Yeah, I don't know. It goes on the run for 86 across. Don't know that. 68 down, old-fashioned contraction. Maybe 'twas the night before Christmas and all through the house. 69 down, backwoods bumpkin. Let's try hick. It goes on the run. You put a ski on the ski run. Acht means 8 in German. Beethoven was a German speaker. 8, 19, that's right, yes. I'm seeing her romantically. I'm with her. Okay, yes. Your plight can be the spot you're in. Maybe this is jump. How high? Real high, because I'm just so fly. How high do you want me to jump? Okay. Drug busting unit. Maybe there are multiple letters in some of these squares. Well, after a drug bust, they might say how many kilos of drugs they see. So that would be the unit of measurement. Okay. We have to make the jump to light speed or something. An actor or actress might bow at the end of a play as their final act in the performance. Okay, that fits with baws for sheep sounds you might hear on a farm. We have to make something. So I like a W here, an L. Oh, you might commit to somebody by saying the L word. Okay, that did not make any sense to me. And then finally it clicked. A vow, L word, love. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. So that's the L word. 37 down, sneakily exploits. And 31 down, cherry or lime. Cherry cola, lime cola. Now that we're all here, please proceed. Oh, open? No. 51 across, take down a notch. De-escalate or something like that. 56 across. El Presidente ousted in a 1955 coup. So a Spanish-speaking president ousted in a 1955 coup. Arbenz in Guatemala or Pinochet. No, I don't know. 37 down, sneakily exploits. 45 down, to protect my crew, the gamble was necessary, as circled letters might say. That might be a Captain Kirk one. IHOP rival for 46 down. That's Denny's. I'm intrigued by this puzzle. The theme is eluding me much more so than usual. Juan Perón, was he ousted in a 55 coup? This would be an O. This would be an R. cherry. They can be colors. Both of those could be colors. Please proceed. Let's try Juan Perón. Evita's husband. Yeah, 61 across. Like quality vocals. No, 66 across. City whose Fushimi Inari shrine features 10,000 red torii gates. Torii is that red Japanese structure, I think. Let's try Kyoto as a Japanese city with a Y as the second letter. $62 down, big hits in brief. Knockouts in a boxing match would be big hits. Florida beach town informally, 47 down, that's probably St. Petersburg, St. Pete. Hands-on professional would be a masseur or masseuse. Let's try masseur as it fits with the letters we have. 48 down, we've received a distress signal. Any injuries? As maybe Lieutenant Uhura might say. But these are all pointing to the circle letters. So we have different characters, but all indicated by the circled letters. So maybe is it the crew? I don't know. 38 across, lab reports. Sounds that might be made by a Labrador. Arfs might fit. 40 down, stepping on the gas captain, as circled letters might say. That Mr. Sulu, build a stockpile, something up to store up or stow up. Purveyors of provocative posts are trolls on the internet. Oh, circled letters within this answer. So we could have Sulu circled here. We could have Kirk in these, but Sulu looks like it might be reversed. It goes bottom to top. Yeah, so if we have Chekhov, yes, we're reversing the order. We're going from the bottom to the top of the puzzle. We put Chekhov in the circled letters in 3 down. Okay, I was thinking of the circled letters as a whole within the puzzle, but we're just talking about the circled letters within this answer. So Chekhov would be one who might say escape velocity, Captain. We have to make, I don't know what the rest of it is, but okay, that works. Then 36 down, hardly, this is Mr. Spock, so maybe Spock. We put in S-P-O-C-K, and then 35 across could be okay, go. We're all here, get started. Sneakily exploits games, like games the system. Control your emotions. Keep composure. Or keep composed, keep composure. I'm not sure about that one, but let's try that. Maybe that'll help us figure this out. Take down a notch. 45 down. Sounds like something Kirk would say. K I R K. I took a risk. Is the gamble was necessary. You might demote something to take it down a notch, or a person. Games the system for sneakily exploits. Okay, 48 down. Uhura. Lieutenant Uhura was the communications officer. And then saves up for 47 across. Build a stockpile. Save up. Are you hurt? You received a distress signal. Any injuries? Are you hurt? 57 across. Danger is peril. Bask in could be to savor. savor the experience of figuring out what's going on with the circle letters. 39 down, thing of the past is a relic. And I want Sulu for the helmsman. 40 down, stepping on the gas captain. Oh my, as his portrayer, George Takei, might say. Sulu. 38 across, lab reports with put in ARFs as reports or sounds made by a Labrador dog. Full speed ahead or full something, stepping on the throttle. 63 across, looks inside. No. 64 across, make a case against. Sue. A legal case against someone. 67 across, brother of Disney's Louie and Dewey. Duck, Huey, Dewey, and Louie are the three nephews of Uncle Donald Duck. 58 down, stranded during a winter storm. That's iced in. I've seen that type of clue before. Looks inside. Cascade? I'm a doctor, not a do-nothing. I think that's Dr. McCoy. M-C-C-O-Y. Yeah, okay, I think that works. Old bones. So then 12 across, reckon so. Yep. Could go in. 20 across, manner of speaking. Your tone is your manner of speaking, yes. 13 down, way back. The way back is the what? 14 down, slight gripe. A peep or a peeve. Kind of protagonist. $41 across, overzealous sort. No. 49 across, didn't go fast. No. 53 across, 8.5 by 11 is a standard paper size in the United States. I don't know what the abbreviation would be. Letter size paper. When your copier is telling you LTR, it wants that size paper. Cry from a victor. I win or I won. Look inside. You. No. 42 down. Seaside flock. A flock of terns. A seabird. The way back or way back. Didn't go fast. You ate instead of fasted. You weren't fasting. You didn't go fast with the others. You ate instead. All right. I'm still not getting a lot of these. Full thrusters? CT scans. Looks inside in the hospital. Okay. Difficult puzzle today. I don't think I'm going to finish this one in under 30 minutes. Full thrusters. Baseball team whose mascot is Wally, the Green Monster. That is the Boston Red Sox. 74 down. Major e-tailing season would be Christmas, Xmas. 73 down. Clearly in text speak. Clearly. OBS, obviously. ICBM for Cold War weapon initials, yeah, Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. You can always count on me or something like that. 85 across, cosmic explosion is a nova. And then I like nut for overzealous sort. Dutton. Oh, this is a dab. A dab of wasabi. So some kind of button, the undo button, is the way back. And then yup instead of yep. Kind of protagonist. A hero cop. Este means east in Spanish. That is where Juan's early light would be seen. In el este, in the eastern sky. Okay, well, that's difficult to get that one. Hero cop. Protagonist is a hero cop in both of those movies. Okay, yeah, did not understand that one. All right, 90 across. Initials for this puzzle's shaded squares. The USS Enterprise. 76 across. Humble holding. If you hold a pair of something, would be a low hand, I think, in poker or a card game. 82 across. Line of luxury hotels. Omnis? Maybe. 87 across. Be a wingman is to assist. World capital with 400 kilometers of bike lanes. The Dutch like to ride bicycles, so maybe Amsterdam. 50 down. Bite size is mini. 83 down. This puzzle's theme. Star Trek, I guess. Fits. 93 across. Unit of purity. Purity of gold is carat, spelled with a K for gold, for purity. 24 karat gold. Carnival-themed Vegas hotel. Rio is a hotel I've heard of. 84 down. I want to come back to the ship. As everyone in this puzzle seems to have said to Mr. Scott. Okay, this is why they're going bottom to top, because they all want to get beamed up. So beam me up, Scotty. And you can see the names of their characters are kind of getting beamed up toward the USS Enterprise here at the top of the ship. And there's Mr. Scott at the transporter controls. All right, I like this. Move like a supermodel for 91 across is to strut. Okay, I think we can finish it off. I think now it's just a straightforward crossword puzzle. 97 across, they study how knights move. Chess masters or something. 102 across, gone skinny dipping. No. 108 across, major exporter of mangoes. Philippines is usually what I see on labels. 115 across, bring upon oneself. No. And 119 across, fire away. 102 down, Transformers actor blank LaBeouf is Shia LaBeouf, I think. 97 down, symbols of grace. Don't know. As graceful as a gazelle. We have to make... we have to make the jump. We have to make this... No. We have to make this quick. Our window is closing. We have to make this quick. And then if there's a cue here, squires are servants of knights. So I guess they would study how the knights move. Ari Shapiro for 87 down, NPR journalist. Okay, keep composure, looks like it's going to work. 92 down, belly in kids speak, could be tum-tum. Gone skinny dipping. I have swum. I have gone skinny dipping. Haiti, do they export mangoes? Land to the west of England, could be Ireland. Bring upon oneself is incur. Symbols of grace are swans. And ask me for fire away. Okay. 103 across, significant stretch, could be an era of time. Object or object, say no. One giving the highlights would be a dyer of hair. 111 down, you get the gist, etc. Ante for please give me a hand. And mock for false, okay. We've got rim for 99 across, canyon's edge, and Mr. Turkey is Tom Turkey. Okay, 112 across, by dawn's early light. Don't know. Alt rocker DeFranco, I think that's Annie. 100 down, garbage. 100 across, on the blank. raging on the warpath. Former Wisconsin Senator Feingold, Russ Feingold, I think. Hulu is a streaming service where the bear might be found. Takes to school buses. 79 down is he might be carrying a big picture. No, false, could be ersatz. Zip for punch for 89 down. The leader or the lead artist, lower oneself, is to deign to do something. Some window installations. Garbage waste. By dawn's early light. Is that east again? Unto a broken heart could be a title for a poem. Docking station is a pier. Might be carrying a big picture. A lead actor. The lead actor is carrying the picture. He is doing most of the work. Okay, east is where you find dawn's early light. Okay, just like our wand clue up there in the top of the puzzle. 106 across, warp-driven device is a what you make things on, a loom to weave fabrics. Warp and weft. 114 across, intending to, casually, don't know. 114 down, chinwag, could be a chat or talk. Gab, maybe in spades, is a lot of something, galore. I kind of like, what did I just say? Gab for chinwag. Gonna, casual way to say you intend to do something. I'm gonna do it. You can count on me. Dr. McCoy might say draft picks could be beers, draft beers. Honor is more important than life. Klingon proverb. I'm not going to say it in Klingon. I don't speak Klingon. 2004 landing site for Spirit, Mars, and Iron Man's suit is armor. And I think R finishes the puzzle. Here we go. Over 30 minutes, which is kind of my marker of the difficulty of a puzzle. Anything over 30 minutes is on the difficult side. I've thought Star Trek right off the bat, and yet for some reason, usually at the end of the puzzle when there's circled letters, all the circled letters spell a word or phrase. Well, I get that's just kind of what I was thinking. That's what I was expecting. It took me, I think I was halfway through the puzzle before I figured out, oh wait, it's just the circled letters in this answer. And then that really broke things open here. I did know that we had a Star Trek theme. I thought Mr. Chekhov right away for escape velocity. I got the Enterprise and the shaded squares pretty quickly, but then I just did not understand the characters in the circled letters and how that worked out. Once I figured that out, we got everything came together. So this puzzle was fun for me. I enjoyed doing this. I like the challenge of figuring it out is fun, and I like the added challenge of not only the clues, but there's also a theme that you have to figure out how things go together. A lot of people don't like the circle letters or the extra levels of difficulty in a puzzle, but I think that adds to the enjoyment of doing it. Omnis plural. That's something I would have known unless that was forced by the crossings as this was. Star Trek was a write-in once we got to the bottom of the puzzle and we had already figured out what was going on. Kyoto was kind of a difficult thing to figure out. Once we had a Y in the second letter, I knew it was some kind of Japanese city. So Kyoto was my first guess for that. I took a risk. All right. I enjoyed that puzzle. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.